me know just how terrible this setup is in the comments below. Hello everybody and welcome back to Putting You On with Caitlin Veer, me. Been a while. I stopped the series because for some reason I didn't think I could do this and covers at the same time. But then I was gonna continue it, and it was called the Indie Album Spotlight at first. I was gonna continue it a few months later, but then I never ended up posting the episode that I recorded. A few more months went by, and now we're here, and we've rebranded for a third time. Hopefully this one sticks because I actually do like it, so it probably will. This time I can tell you it's here to stay, because I love doing this. If you're new here, this show is about me taking an album of an indie artist, an underrated artist, an artist that I think should get more recognition and that I love, and talking about why I love it and why you should love it and check it out. That's the series. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry that the camera's shaking. Today's episode is about Sad Alex, the very talented Sad Alex, and her newest album called I Thought That I'd Know By Now. Before we jump into it, if you can see down below, I'm only 13 subscribers away from reaching 1,000. So if you like this series, you should go ahead and subscribe and join me on this journey. I'm gonna first talk about how I discovered Sad Alex. I regularly go through my new music playlist that Apple Music curates, because sometimes they get it right. And sometimes they really do show me songs that I love. And I feel like they've really been hitting lately. But anyway, You're Not an Asshole, one of her songs, was the first song I heard. It was in my playlist, a new music playlist. And I listened to it and immediately I just loved it, fell in love with it. So I went in a deep dive down a rabbit hole of her discography. And now I'm obsessed. She just makes her rock music. She just makes rock music that a specific type of rock music that I love. I can't explain it. Her rock music just resonates with me. It strikes a chord, pun intended. Actually it wasn't intended. And besides the rock music, she makes different genres too, and all of her music is just my type. It's like she made the music specifically for me. I just love her discography so much. So the album we're talking about today, like I said, I Thought That I Know By Now, came out earlier this year in 2024 in February, and it has 20 songs, and 12 of those songs were singles. She released 12 of those songs before she released the album, and honestly, you have to give it up for her. Albums are getting so short these days, so to see a 20-song album, I just really appreciated that. So if you didn't watch this show before, which you probably didn't, I used to go through the full album, and that was a lot of work. I don't even know how I did it. But now I'm gonna shorten it and only do highlights / my favorites from the album. But you should still listen to the full album, and this doesn't mean I only like these songs. I'm just doing highlights, things that I want to highlight for this video specifically. Let's get into it. We're going first to track 3, called Jupiter.
I'll start the official No-Likey boys club. I don't need yours.
This was one of the singles that she released before the album came out, and it makes complete sense because this song really does have that single sound. This song is a single through and through, and it is so good. Just like I was talking about earlier, she makes my specific type of rock music. This is another example. I love this song. I'm obsessed with this song. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I should have mentioned this in the beginning. If you prefer an audio format, then I do have a podcast version of this show. It's linked in the description. You can find it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If there's any other platforms you use that you want it on, let me know and I'll try to put it on that platform. I really should have said that in the beginning. I completely forgot. Back to Jupiter. This song is about being hurt by men so many times that you revert back to those childish tendencies, and I love it. So Jupiter, the title, relates to a saying? It's like boys go to Jupiter to get more stupid, or what is it? Girls go to Venus to something? I actually never knew what the actual thing was, because people didn't really say it when I was younger. Let me look it up, because I'm actually curious what the original one is. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to college to get more knowledge. I did. People did say that when I was younger. I remember it now. That's the original one. Yeah, that's what it's based off of. The song opens with that line: "Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, and girls go to..." Where do girls go again? Because in the pre-chorus she says, I decided that I would rather be immature than keep on getting hurt. And then in the chorus she goes, I'll start the official No-Likey boys club. I don't need your love. Feels like the more that I grow up, the more that I'm sure of the fact that girls rule, boys suck. Nah. It's so good. It doesn't hit as hard when I'm just saying it. You need to listen to it. I'm absolutely obsessed with this song. This might be my favorite on the album. I still haven't decided yet, but I think this is it. And also, I would like to petition to become, if Sad Alex is the president, I would like to be the VP of the official No-Likey Boys Club. This is my official petition. And another lyric I love in the bridge is so good, by the way. She goes, boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, girls become stars and play guitars. I know that's right. She gags with that line. Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo. Who else plays guitar? I mean, a lot of girls play guitar. A lot of female singers play guitar. So that is very true. That line is so iconic. And there's a lot of like humor in the song, like at the end of bridge when she goes and Beyonce said, we run the whole entire earth, and then you can hear the people laughing in the studio with her, and the laughing at the end. I love the ending so much, and the humor of the song, the laughing and stuff, it really adds to the childish immature theme of it. And also in general, she's just so good at incorporating humor into her music. Not just this song, but other songs too. She's so good at that, at doing it the correct way without it seeming like corny. It's so good. She's so good. If you need to dance or scream something at the top of your lungs, play this song. Play this song. It's so fun and I love it so much. We're gonna jump now to track 7, the one I just talked about earlier. You're not an asshole.
I asked for a good thing, I guess that's what I got. And if there's a bad bone, don't think that you have one.
This song is just the rock song for me. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. This is that rock song. You're Not an Asshole is about how she's dated so many like horrible men in her life that when she finally finds a good man, she's like, what is she like? Is like hesitancy. She's like unprepared for it. She is like sabotaging herself because she's so used to the assholes that when something good finally came, she was like, oh, this is what it's like. Then I guess I want an asshole. Like she says in the chorus, I asked for a good thing, I guess that's what I got. And if there's a bad bone, don't think that you have one, but you're not an asshole, and I guess that's what I want, an asshole. And just something really funny randomly at the beginning, she goes, texting me back within a minute. For so long I misheard the lyrics, and I thought that she said texting me back with an oven mitt. I thought it was that for so long until fun fact, I also did a cover of the song that never saw the light of day. So when I did that cover, I looked at the lyrics and I was like, oh, within a minute, not with an oven mitt. But the oven mitt one makes sense though. It's like he cooks. Like it would be like she's hinting that he cooks, and that's like, whoa, right? It makes sense. So that's why I thought it was with an oven mitt. Anyway, in the first verse, like I was just talking about, she's like, I'm blanking on the lyrics now. Your apartment doesn't smell like shit. Testing me back within a minute. You meet the height limit above 26. You're taking initiative, making our plans, ask me about myself, a down to earth man, not scared to ask for help. You know what you drink, and tip the bartender well. No closet with skeletons. All of this is the bare minimum, y'all. This is the bare minimum. The bar is truly in hell. I have been single for a very long time. I am not in the dating pool right now, and her songs make me kind of glad that I'm not. Most times I'm glad that I'm single. When I hear all these songs and see all these horror stories online, I'm like, I'm so glad I'm single. And then I hear love songs and I see cute couples online and I'm like, oh, I wish I was in a relationship. It's this constant back and forth. She's basically saying you're not an asshole because you do the bare minimum. Sad Alex, step it up. Come on. Raise those standards, girl. But the lyric, you're not an asshole, and I guess that's what I want, an asshole. That lyric honestly makes me sad. And speaking of sad, the song at the end, the song transitions into this like slow piano song, And it really truly reveals how sad the song is in reality. Oh gosh. If she ever goes on tour, which I hope she does, please come to Chicago. Sad Alex, if you're watching, you're probably not. I will be front row screaming this song and Jupiter and all of them. I'm trying to think of how to like explain this. Like, she doesn't want an asshole. She doesn't want that. When she's with a good guy, it's like uneventful. She's like expecting him to do bad stuff and he doesn't. Like, there's no drama, there's no like, so she ends up missing that. So it's like, I guess that's what I want, right? It's just very sad. As catchy and good as it is to dance to that song, it's so sad. Love that song. Please check it out. That song made me a stan, and I can guarantee it will make you one too. Let's move on to track 9, which is Swimming Pools.
Let me cry on the phone. Be over dramatic. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Yeah.
Let me just be honest, Sad Alex turned me into a rock music fan. I used to be a little bit iffy on rock music. After I discovered You're Not an Asshole, and then Swimming Pools, and then Jupiter, like I was like, okay, maybe I do like rock music. And also, fuck men. That's also what this song made me realize. Why even give them the time of day, honestly, when they make us write songs like this? This is another rocky song that turns sad at the end. This song also has like a piano part at the end, like You're Not an Asshole, so these songs are kind of go hand in hand. But the song is basically about just wanting to like wallow in your misery after getting your heart broken and not be given advice, not be given comfort or anything, just wanting to live in it, just sit in it. The SD card ran out of space. In the pre-chorus, she's talking to her friend. It's like a conversation. The pre-chorus is basically the conversation, and at the end she's like, I hear you, but I don't want to. And then into the chorus, for now, let me cry on the phone, be over dramatic, don't tell me I'm wrong yet. Like, just let me feel this, let me live in this. And also, she goes, do these boys know what they do, prying us into crying swimming pools. That's where the title comes from. She questions how they're just okay with what they do. Do they know that they hurt us in this way? Do they know that we're crying in our bedrooms because of what they did? The answer is yes. They do know, and they don't give a fuck, man. And it's sad. This song also makes me sad because it's like she just constantly is blaming herself throughout the song, and it's like, it's not your fault, girl. It's not your fault. Fuck that man, you know? It's not your fault. Nothing to do with you. These two songs, You're Not an Asshole and Swimming Pools, just solidified my fan status through and through. I know she just released the album this year, but I'm so excited for her to release more music. Even though I don't have a dedicated section for a boy I'd like to kill, I would like to give a shout out to that song because it's so fun, first of all, and I just love it when women make songs about killing men. So good. It's so good. Body Bag and Yellow Tape by Rayami. Cross My Heart, I Hope You Die by what the fuck is her name? It's so nice to have a camera because I can just use my phone whenever. What is her name? Is it Megan something? Meg Smith. Cross My Heart, I Hope You Die by Meg Smith. Kiss or Kill by Stella Cole. Another very talented, underrated artist. Nobody No Crime by Taylor Swift. I love it. I love it. I will never get enough of it. Let's hop over to track 16, which is Hot Priest.
You see the side of me no one else sees. A quick pick me up when I'm down on my knees. If love's my religion, I think.
I'm gonna be honest, this song did have to grow on me. It took a few listens for me to like it, but now I love it. And just as I was talking about not having to record on my phone, I am recording on my phone because my camera ran out of space. Anyways, let's continue with Hot Priest. The song is about being so in love with somebody that you turn religious. Don't you just love it? This concept has been done time and again, but she brought something fresh and new to this concept. One of the reasons I love it so much is because the instrumental gives off like Heartstopper or like To All the Boys I Love Before vibes, if y'all have watched either of those. One is a TV show, one is a movie series. I think it's more To All the Boys I Love Before vibes because it reminds me of I Like Me Better by Lauv. I also love the song because it's kind of, the love I want, I listen to it and like, That's what I want. There's so many religious references and religious puns in the song that I just love so much. And like the little rap part when she's like, life's not mundane when you're in my Hyundai. That part is so cute. It's like, life's not mundane when you're in my when you're in my Hyundai. Okay. All of the puns and references are just so good and satisfying, and the song is really just so cute. Like she says in the song, it's a quick pick me up when you're down on your knees. It's just like that happy vibe. Been talking so much. I'm so tired of talking. I love talking about artists that I love, but I don't like talking in general. We're gonna jump to track 18, which is the title track, I Thought That I'd Know By Now.
Thought that I would.
Can I just say that this song is literally my music taste. When somebody asks me from now on what's my music taste, I'm gonna play them this song, because it's literally, this song was made for me. This song is my music taste encapsulated. I Thought That I'd Know By Now is about feeling lost, struggling with those negative thoughts, feeling like you're not making the progress you want with like your passions and pursuit. Too relatable for me right now. Now I have to Google the lyrics because I don't have I can't use my phone anymore. She starts out the song, I see a girl in the bathroom crying her eyes out, middle school blows, always walking with her head down, she just wants to know the reason why people get so mean, and she's looking at me. So like, you get that, she's looking in the mirror. The next part, which I thought was really interesting, there's Superman sitting with the whiskey at the table, shadows on his face, yeah, he's barely recognizable, he'll always be my hero, but I guess he has a dark side, kind of scaring me, I can't lie. I just really thought that lyric was interesting, and I was sitting with it for a second trying to interpret it. My interpretations always has a like 95% chance of being wrong, so don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what I think it means and how I view it. I see this as a like, everything is not what it seems kind of thing. Like Superman is this big powerful superhero who has a perfect life and he's rich and all this stuff, but he has a dark side, he has shadows, he has things he's going through like all of us do. Perfection is an illusion. That's what I get from that, and it's very true, especially with social media. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is exactly my style of song. It's the post chorus when that shit drops and thought that I do. Oh my gosh, I hope I put that in the preview. That is why this song is exactly my music taste. I live for shit like that. Oh my gosh, I love this song. I love drops like that. And I also wanted to talk about the second verse because I personally really mostly relate to that part. I've had the same old dream since back when I was wearing dresses. Oh my gosh, it's too real. If you don't know me, this is my dream. Doing this, YouTube, this is my dream. And I've had this dream forever. For as long as I can remember, bro. But now seeing it up close, it's kind of rough around the edges. All of the drama and exposés and it's kind of like a lesson. Like before you get into this and before you get famous, these are the things you shouldn't do. And it's very helpful. It's like a masterclass. Maybe I would be happy as a mom or an accountant, but I actually doubt it. I always think about that lyric because, also you probably didn't know this, I'm a college dropout. Because I was like, I don't need college, I'm gonna be a content creator. It's been 3 years, I'm still not making money from this, but that's my fault. Don't take that as like advice. That's my fault. It's because I wasn't consistent and I gave up on myself so many times. It's my fault that I'm not where I want to be right now, but we're changing that now, and it doesn't matter. Everybody goes at their own pace, everybody has their own path. You shouldn't compare yourself. And as I'm like getting older, I'm 21 now, I've been wanting to be a YouTuber since I was like 11. So literally 10 years of wanting to be a YouTuber. Of course, I have had my moments of doubt, but I'm like, no, this is what you want. This is your passion. You love doing this, so keep doing it and actually be consistent and give yourself a chance. I'm like, maybe I should have went to college. No, there would have been no use in me going to college. I would have ended up dropping out no matter what because I just know myself. So why would I stay there? Why would I accumulate debt for no reason, and do schoolwork when I hate it so much? Why would I want that? You don't want that. Snap out of it. The pre-chorus is because holy shit, what's the fucking point? The longer this goes, I'm getting paranoid. Like I just said, getting older and it's still not happening, but that's my own fault. My advice to you is to be consistent, because if you're not consistent and you keep giving up and starting over like I did, you're gonna regret it. Be consistent. Find what you love and be consistent with it, because you will make it faster than I did. But yeah, I try not to dwell on the past too much. You can't control it. You can only control right now. So just keep going. And with this song, and the moral of, if you relate to the song too, the moral of the whole story is just stop worrying. The whole theme is, I thought that I'd know by now. You don't have to know. You don't have to know. You don't have to have it all figured out. It doesn't matter how old you are, you have time. I don't have a dedicated section for the outro. It's literally called outro because I didn't really know what I would have to say about it, but please go listen to it. Okay, cinematography. I have never heard a more cinematic outro in my life. It gives me chills every time I listen to it. It's so good. Go listen to that outro, preferably after you listen to all the other songs. The last song I want to talk about is the last one on the album, track 20, The Gift of Loneliness.
The gift of loneliness is making sense of yourself.
Here we go. I think the first episode, the Tessa Violet episode, I talked about my ex-friends and that experience. We're talking about it again, so if you're new, here it is. The song is about like the romantic aspect, like breaking up with somebody and being alone. I relate to it in a different way. I really want to talk about the second verse. I had a party with some friends. We talked about how life could end. At any moment we could die. Have I done what I want to do? Did I attach myself too much to who I've loved? Am I enough? That's like the whole song. That's like the moral of the story. At any moment we could fucking die. So live your life. Don't center your life around your relationships, around friends, gaining friends, losing friends, getting in a relationship, breaking up with somebody. Don't center your life around that. Focus on yourself. Live your life how you want to. In the last chorus she goes, yeah, I thought that loneliness was my own version of hell, but the gift of loneliness is making sense of yourself. And it's very true. It's been like 3 years since I ended those friendships, and at first I was just devastated, heartbroken, but as time went on and I healed from it and I focused on myself and the things I wanted and going after my passions and trying to figure out who I am. And I'm not saying I fully know who I am because I'm only 21 years old, you know, but I feel like I have made sense of myself, kind of. I feel like I know myself more, and at this point I don't care that I'm lonely. I would rather be lonely than be friends with people like that. Yeah, at the beginning, let's go back to the beginning. She says at the expense of what I'm worth, I chase down every red flag that they wave, take every heartbreak to my grave and never question why it hurts. During that friendship, something weird or suspect would happen and I would just brush it off like it was nothing, because at that time I was afraid of being alone. So I just stayed in it. What's an example? I took some time away. It was like 2 years ago. I took some time away from my mental health. They all understood. I came back and I was like, oh, I really needed that time away. I missed you guys so much. And their response was LOL. And I stayed in that friendship for 2 more years after that. Literally the response was a lowercase LOL, and then they just brushed past it like nothing happened. That's the moment I was like, I'm dispensable to them. Like they don't care about me. And the overlying reason I ended the friendship was because they secretly hated me. Like, it was so many signs that they were pretending to like me. I don't know why they were keeping me around when they obviously fucking hated. They literally hated me. Literally would make fun of me to my face, and then I would call them out on it, and they'd be like, what? We didn't do that. We weren't making fun of you. That's all I'm gonna say about it, because I talked about it in the first episode, so go watch that if you want to hear more. And the gift of loneliness is making sense of yourself. So if you are in a similar situation, whether it's romantic or love or even familial relationships, if you're in a similar situation, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone. It's not the end of the world. You're not gonna die. Once you finally detach yourself from those toxic people, you will find yourself. Love ya. But yeah, and then that was so worth it. And that song is beautiful. I can't really listen to it that often because it makes me tear up, but I love it so much. It's beautiful. Her vocals are beautiful. Amazing song. That's it. I want to give 2 more honorable mentions to Part of His World and Cranberry from the album. Both amazing songs. Part of His World is like is What You Think It Is. It's a reworking of the Little Mermaid song. So go check that out. Stream the whole album. That's the whole point of me being here. Stream the whole album, please. Give it a listen. And then listen to Cry Dancing, her debut album, and listen to all her music. and stan her. She deserves so much more recognition. She is so good, and I cannot wait for more music from her because I know it's gonna be good. This is one of the best albums of 2024. I swear it is. Top 5, and I'm so serious. Yeah, but I'm really excited to be back with this series. You can expect more episodes. They probably won't be that often. I'll try to do it as often as I can. Yeah, I will be releasing more episodes of this, so stick around and subscribe. Only 13 away from 1K. We love talking about underrated music here. I react to mainstream music sometimes too. I wish I did it more, honestly. I always listen to music and I'm like, I should have recorded that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really love yapping about music. That's probably why I still don't have friends. If you want to consume this series in an audio format, then you can go check it out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you want it on more platforms, let me know. Link in the description. Also, the link for this album is in the description. Go stream it. Go stream it. I'm also going to link her YouTube channel in the description. Go check her out. Just go check her out, please. If nobody told you today or this month or this week, I'm proud of you. I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.